This is the human voice sound. Isn't that weird? Maybe humans will sound like that eventually.
I'm trying to make the vortex sit still. Vortex, you're like my brain. All the time. That's why they electric shock us. Though I don't know what that do for me. They say it helps psychosis. But I won't give them that authority over me. I say what helps psychosis is ecclesiastes. What helps neurosis? Psalm 139. What helps neurosis? Psalm 89. What helps neurosis? Psalm 91 and all the Proverbs, and of course Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Especially John. Can't forget those Hebrews and James and Peter 1 and 2 and Corinthians 1 and 2 and Romans, Philippians, Thessalonians, how do you say that one? Colossians? I think that you know. If you're a Bible person, you know. It starts with colossal, okay? Colossians. Oh, and Job. How could I forget Job? True. I was thinking about this yesterday. Like, only a Bible person would get these jokes, man. Because, like, the liberals in my audience just assume I'm doing satire whenever I talk about God. And some chick in overalls was talking about how her overalls are, like, indicative of the fact that she believes in horoscopes, which is funny. It's funny that she thought that was funny. But I think her reliance on horoscopes is indicative of the fact that she's a woman in the Western world. And she probably doesn't have a positive relationship with her dad. I thought that immediately, right? I'm like, she doesn't talk to dad anymore. And then she started bitching about her dad. Saying, oh, well, he doesn't think that I'm going to heaven with him or some shit. Because she's a dyke. And, or she thinks that anyway. I really think that, like, probably, like, 95% of the people that are at, like, a pride festival right now are not actually gay. Because if you're actually gay, you don't need to go to a pride festival. You know that you're gay, and you're not going to, like, draw attention to that shit because it's fucking dumb. I don't understand that. I mean, just on principle, it's fucking stupid. It's just so stupid. Like, I don't think it's just an American thing, because I know it's, like, completely out of whack, over in, like, the UK. and Australia somewhat. It's like, yeah, all the westernized countries are falling apart because of women's rights and homosexual activity, and really, it's not gays' fault that this happened, because I don't even think that they, like, wanted it. I think that a lot of them are, like, disgusted by what's happening. But whatever, man. Like, there's no way to win. Like, you might as well just say what you want to say and piss off as many people as you possibly can on the way out. Like, that's that's how I look at it, because, like, people are going to get mad because they're going to think, oh, well, you treat gays like shit. That's not true at all. Like, I had gay people staying at my house. But then people are going to get mad about that, and they're going to say, well, you're, like, heathen because you let that happen, and, you know, you're degenerate and shit like that, because they love throwing that around, even though they have a smartphone. Like I've said, I'm just going to keep saying this over and over again. Smartphones are fucking degenerate, because look at what they're doing to the public. They are dumbing down everybody so that they're totally fine with this communist takeover. They're totally fine with everything being totalitarian garbage, okay? Like, that's the reason why I'm so vitriolic about it, because, like, I don't just accept that, you know? Like, everybody else has accepted that that's reality, but I don't, you know? And I know that I'm not going to change people's minds. Like, I'm not going to, you know, prevent people from being on their phones or whatever. Like, that's not what I'm trying to do. It's just like, I mean, I wish I could, but I'm not an actual Luddite. That'd be way better if I was. That'd be preferable for me, because then I wouldn't have to internalize all this rage all the time, you know? But anyway. What was I talking about? Why you still a flip phone? Well, it doesn't matter that everybody else is doing something. In fact, that like encourages me to not do it. Like, the more that people are on board with something, the more likely I am to just stay in my little sailboat. You know, like, that's just the way that I'm wired. I think that people that say they enjoy the smartphones, it's like they're addicted to it. You know, they don't even know what they enjoy anymore. Because honestly, like, what is there to enjoy? Like, how do you enjoy things? I feel like that's another video for another day, but I just wonder about that. Like, yeah, what is enjoyment to other people? Like, what do they do to enjoy things? What is appreciation, you know? What does it mean to, like, truly be grateful for something and bask in the glory of that? Well, I think it starts with God. I think it has everything to do with God. But that's why I think a lot of these people are so miserable. They don't have that. So it's like they're always looking to the next thing, the next dopamine hit, the next like, the next seal of approval, you know? It's like you wouldn't need everybody else's seal of approval if you had God's approval. And let me tell you, you're not going to get into the kingdom of heaven if you want everybody's seal of approval, man. Because, like, seriously, the only seal you need is from the Lord. And so, people that don't get that, you know, I just feel sorry for them. Because they just have no idea, like, how good they could have it if they would just, like, let go of this idea that they know things. I mean, the only reason why I know things is because God told me these things. And it's just obvious that I pay attention to shit. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is transpiring exactly the way that I said it would. Because it always seems to.